Hi, Janet. You're the first one in right now.
You want to take a shot now?
No.
I'm doing this first because we are going to start the recording, and I wanted to have the beginning of this thing here and to let people know that we are recording this thing. So be prepared to what you do. Now, there are some of you that can change how you look at this. At the top of your screen, you have the ability to look at it as a multiple top right, usually different ways to look at it. So a lot of people have found out that are able to watch the shared screen, and then they can have a window of people on the left or right side, and you can look at different grids and how you want to show it. And you can actually change the size of your grid. So if you want your grid bigger, you're going to show more people.
You want to turn him up? He's hurt.
And see how things are going with that. And then we will get things going from here. All right, so let's see. I was going to try to start. We tried this with our Rotary Club. And so I wanted to start. Oops, hold on,
Hey Tom, can you mute everybody, please?
yes. All right, so everybody is now muted. If you want to speak, hold your space bar down for those of you that are joining us from a keyboard, and you'll be able to come in, but generally you are muted. And so the first thing is, this is a slide deck I created for it, and I think we were going to have Norma do the invocation. And so Norma, I'm going to unmute you, and please share a few words of wisdom as the invocation. Or was I wrong on that?
You were wrong.
Oh,
I will if you want me to.
please.
Okay. Well, let's all bow our heads down, and we want to give praise and thanks to God for the Almighty for having this opportunity to see one another after this long social distancing. And we ask for Him to spare us from this pandemic that is overwhelming the whole world. And we want to continue to make a difference in people's lives by first getting together like this, even just virtually. So we thank the Almighty for this opportunity. And may He guide us and protect us always. Amen.
Amen. All right. Let's go to the next slide here. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this is going to play right.
To go look for your.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so we are going to start. And Dave, I'm going to unmute you. There you go, young man.
Okay, unmuted. And what I'd like to do, Tom, is to share my screen.
All right, let me see if I can do that to you more. I'm going to make you a co-host. And let's see if it's going to allow me to do that, sir. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing on mine. Stop the share. And let's see. I'm going to say all participants can share for now. So nobody get cute. And Dave, I think you should be able to share now.
Okay, are you seeing my rotary on your screen?
No.
We see you.
You see me.
Right.
There's a green button at the bottom of your screen that says share screen.
And then you have to pick. And then you have to pick the screen you want to share. All right. Oh, hold on, Dave. Let's see. I've got you as the co-host. I'm going to make you the host. Let's see if that'll do it.
Okay.
All right, Dave, you are now officially the host. Does that allow you to share the screen? So down at the bottom, you should have a green button that says screen share. As soon as you click on that, it should pop up. There you go. All right.
So we'll stop others. Okay, this is what I want. And this is,
So somebody's screen sharing. I'm hoping that's Dave's. No. No, I don't think so. I think that was Bo and Patricia. So again, if you click on the screen share green button, it should pop up a window and you got to pick the screen you want to share. It should give you a choice.
all right, I'm taking this down. All right, now have you got it?
No.
I'm looking for my rotary here, and I've got that on my screen, but it's not showing up on yours.
It is not. Let's see if I can change something else here.
Down at the bottom, if you click
What?
on the window, down at the bottom, it says share screen.
So Donald is sharing at the moment.
Oh, you're on your down.
I am.
All right, so let's try this here. View options. I'm going to, let's see. All right. So we're playing different ways here. All right, Donald.
There, now share. Oh, came down.
Yeah,
Stop share.
stop share.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Participants. So I basically, oh, there we go, David. Now we're getting your screen. And just, it's going to take it a second before we come in. There you go. So we have a travel log, Dave.
Okay. I did, but now do you have my rotary?
I have your Excel spreadsheet, the funding expense sheet, travel log.
Yeah, we don't want that. Let me move over here. So that's Excel. How about that?
Still the Excel.
Let me try again on.
Let me see something here. So you're definitely screen sharing.
Now I want to move from one screen to the other. You're getting a
Excel
spreadsheet, right?
Yep. All right, so.
Ah, okay. How's that?
All right, there we got a My Rotary status of members.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, you're good to go. If you wanted us to see the pie chart, that's what we're seeing.
Yeah. Is the pie chart still on, or did you get something else?
We just went to the Rotary citation recipients, the other tab.
Excellent. Okay. So here's what I want to do. First, show you this, which is our district growth here. And we now have 2268 members in all our clubs. And I could go through all the clubs individually, but that's not important. What's important is that we've only had a growth from July 1st to our current count of 3 members district-wide. And that's not enough. So the point is that we need to continue to recruit new members during this time, because historically, between June 30th and July 1st, we will lose about 40 members.
What's the
So,
goal?
the goal is to be somewhere around 2,400. And it's going to be particularly challenging for clubs during these 3 months because they're not meeting. And so we recognize that. But it is okay to induct members virtually. And
We did.
Rochester Northwest is going to be doing that at their upcoming meeting either this week or next week. So that's just a point I wanted to make tonight. We're not going dark in Rotary. We're going to continue with our membership, with our fundraising, with our club service, and public image. So keep doing the good work that you're doing. It's just going to be in a different format. Our mission is unchanged. So here's basically the same information district-wide and a progress toward goal. We wanted to get up to 2444, but I think it's unlikely that's going to happen. We'll go to our district fundraising analysis here. And the key number here is annual fund, 165,592. Now, we talked about that at noon today when I met with Greece Rotary, and Don Allhart was there to talk about the annual fund. But it's going to be a challenge, but we need to continue to discuss with people who have given in the past to continue to give. So we're going to rely on club presidents and club foundation chairs to do that. Let me move. If you look over here on the right-hand edge, you'll see that already this year, our total giving, 443,616, exceeds last year and comes close to the year before. The problem with that is that it's all in the big makeup here is in endowment fund, but that doesn't come back to the district. That goes to do good in the world, but it doesn't come back to the district. And I'll go to this next, well, let's see. Yeah, available DDF by district. Now this is for 2022, 2023. If you take the percentage of what we've raised so far and divide it in half, and that's probably not quite up to date, but this would be for Ralph Brandt's year as district governor 3 years down the line, 71,000. Historically, we have given 20% of that to the Polio Plus campaign. And then ordinarily we have about 70,000 left over to distribute to our 65 to 70 clubs. As you can see, if we don't make a big boost over the last 3 months, we are going to be down substantially in what we can redistribute to the clubs for district grants during Ralph's year. So we need to focus on membership, foundation. We know that the deadline has passed for clubs to qualify for and to submit their district grants for the coming year. Those are under evaluation at this point in time. Bruce Spector is coordinating that with the District Rotary Foundation Committee. And we'll be meeting on April 23rd electronically in order to apportion those monies out. But we want to plan forward for 3 years from now to try to have enough money coming back to continue the good work that we do in the district. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was
clear here. He's got a program he's going through.
Say again? Did somebody come on? Okay. What I want to point out here is that we don't have enough clubs logging on to their My Rotary account and making the entries that we talked about here. You can manage. Once you're logged in, you go to My Rotary, manage your club, and go over here to club administration, and you can enter the data that gets you to this point. And we can see, I'm proud already that we have 4 clubs, Fairport, Greece, Honeoye Lake, and Rochester Northwest, who have qualified for the Rotary citation for this year. And we've got the data on all the clubs and where they are in the progress here. There are 2 required activities. One is to unite people, the other is to take action. And in each of these 2 areas, you have to complete 5 of the 9 options. And we've got some clubs that are close. Looking up here at Avon, which did receive the Rotary citation for the preceding year. They've got 4 of the 5 that they need for uniting people and 2 of the 5 needed for taking action. And as you can see here with Fairport, once you've got 5 of the 9 under unite people and 5 of the 9 under take action, you qualify here for the Rotary citation. They actually have done even more than that and now have presidential distinction there's 3 levels. I think it's silver, gold, and platinum, if I'm remembering correctly. So congratulations to Fairport on doing that. We can see that a club like Gananda has done 6 under Unite People, only 3 under Take Action. But if they can get 2 more under Take Action, they've already got 2 items for distinction. So for you club presidents who are on the line, I encourage you to do that. Get on to manage your club under My Rotary. I'm available to help you navigate through that. But I would hope that we have many, many clubs who will, by August 31st, have qualified for the 2019-2020 Rotary citation for their club. But congratulations again to the 4 clubs. Now, they could regress because some of these components have to do with membership gain and retention. So we don't want you losing people between now and June 30th. So keep up the good work there. And then this was what I had up earlier. While people are sitting at home, and I know not everybody is, but while people are sitting at home, they each can be spending some time on My Rotary and entering data, or the club presidents and secretaries can do that for them. We only have 38.58% of our members registered for a My Rotary account. So work on your club members to do this. We can see that clubs range from about 78% there, in 76% in Bloomfield, down to 27% in Canisteo, and we're right through there all the way down. I think every club has somebody registered, which is good. You've got a president and a secretary, which absolutely need to be. But it would be good if Rotary International had 90 to 95% of our members logged in and have access to My Rotary so that they can get some of the training that's available there. So everybody kind of work on your membership to encourage people to do this. And we can have some tutorials available to help people as we've done at the District Training Assembly and at the Multi-District President-Elect Training Seminar. So I'm happy to take questions on any or all of this. If there are no questions, I'll stop sharing my screen. So, and I can't see everybody who's on the call at this point, so you'll have to just unmute and speak up, or maybe Tom, you can handle that.
If you want to speak, hold your space bar down, and that will allow you to speak. If you don't have a space bar, wave your hand at the TV and I'll try and unmute if I see you.
Tom, may I say something?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so for members, for all of you guys all already know how to use Zoom, but for people in your clubs who don't understand, if you go to the district website, Tom has posted a step-by-step how to get onto Zoom. So please let your members know that that's available if they don't understand how to use Zoom, and so that they can join us on these kind of meetings.
Good point, Janet. Thank you.
You're
So
still
I'll
sharing.
stop sharing and
Yeah.
turn it back over to you, Tom. And I know Norma has some things that she wants to go over.
Yes, she does. So hold on. Let me go to the screen share here, Miss Norma. Screen share 3. And come off of Dave. Oops. Quick share. We should be sharing you guys should be seeing some flamingos. All right, everybody's muted. Norma, I'm going to unmute you. Hold on. All right, you are now unmuted, Miss Norma.
Okay, with the DTA being canceled, Dave suggested that maybe I should contact some of the presenters to see if they can share their materials. And I picked this one up only because I think it's kind of uplifting. This is a presentation on fundraising. This is from Honey Lake Rotary Club. And the title of their fundraising is Flamingo Flocking. And it's interesting how they started with this project. It was an idea that was shared with them. And some people were going, what is that? Then timely, or around that time, the Rotarian magazine cover was our past president, who was then the president, Barry Rassin, and he had those flamingos on the cover. And they were more or less inspired, and they said, okay, let's do this, let's try it. Part of the membership said, oh God, what kind of thing is this? And the others were going, let's try, nothing to lose. And so they did. So that was the inspiration that came with that, is seeing these flamingos from Barry Rassin's point of view, and then an idea that was planted in their heads from another club in our district. Tom, can you move along, or can I move them along? Okay. So how do they do the project? You would see that these are all the flamingos. They're lucky to have about 40 flamingos that belong to one of their members. So you can just see how they set up their flamingos. They flocked businesses, individuals, and if the business doesn't have a lawn, they had that wood thing that they put the flamingos on and then planted it or put it in front of the business. And another thing that I like is they even use it as to wish somebody a happy anniversary or happy birthday. So those are all the neat things that they have done. Tom?
Coming through.
Thank you. No, more. Another fun part is one of their meetings when they were kind of debating, shall we do it? Yes, we will do it. And then one of their members made flamingo cake to be their dessert in one of their meetings. And so they started this in 2018. They returned in 2019. And I think their net profit was about $3,000 the first year. But I think one of the things that they're saying is not only did it help them earn some monies, but it got the club more excited. They found ways to make it more exciting, and people were asking them if they could flock somebody else. So the Rotarians didn't even have to do all the job. Members of the community were saying, hey, can we flock this one? And they'd say, oh, sure, you're 10, go right ahead. So it brought the community even closer to the Rotary Club. So talking about creating awareness, it did the trick. And this is how they did it. Maybe, Tom, can we do it with the page? How did they do it?
I didn't put that on the thing.
Okay.
That's
Well,
available on the website.
it is available, but let me just look at the page where they have,
Hold on, let me put your camera up. Hold on.
they have each person had about 10 flamingos to flock. They have a flocker, and then somebody will choose who they would do that. And they flock after dark, and they put, I think the one interesting thing there is they put the name of the one who did the flocking, and then they would say, hey, if you want to be deflocked, this is how much it would cost you. And so, and then they would say, hey, if you don't want to be flocked, we have an insurance. You pay this much, and we don't have to put anything in front of your house. So either way, they were making monies. And then they got creative, and they had this flamingo that they called Fred and the Babies. They bought baby flamingos, and that even got more people interested in their flocking thing. So fundraising, there's the fun part of it, the FUN part of it. And it's I think it is something that they're very proud of and they're very happy about, and they're making money and doing more service in their community. I think that's it, Tom, unless there are
Can I
questions.
share a story on this?
Huh?
Wanted to know if I could share a story on flocking.
Yes, please.
Sure, because we did it too in Newark.
The Ontario Walworth Club did it, and it ran its course after a while. So the first few years were good, and then it died off. But something that everybody here can probably appreciate. So I probably got flocked more than anybody else in the club. The youth exchange kids heard about the flocking, and so one night I came back, and the front yard was not only full of flamingos, but I got forked as well as flocked. The youth exchange kids put probably 200 to 300 forks in my front yard to go along with the flamingos.
Plastic forks.
Plastic forks. Stuck in the yard.
Oh, they didn't cook the flamingos, did they? Well,
Thank our youth exchange kids, you know.
Yeah, we did this in Newark, and we had a family that have about 3 children, I think. They have to ask Dad to pay some more so they can have the flamingos for longer, and I think they had it for a month. So it cost Dad quite a bit of money, but it is fun. So it's something that perhaps people can try and see how it works in their own communities.
And as you can see on the bottom of the, well, I'm not sharing anymore. There's a 9-page how to do this, and the history is available on the district website under District Training Assembly. So we're trying to put the resources up available under the DTA portion of the website, and that's the first one of the series that we're going to try to do.
For a shortened version, I submitted one to the Grapevine, and you can read there. But if you want to read the story that Honeoye Lake has, get into the website under district training, and you will get, I think you will get the fun part from just reading their stories. And there are follow-up stories with this, where Fred went to Florida with some people, and he started flocking people there, and went to another vacation with another Rotarian, and so they were flocking people even when they were on vacation. So it's an extended thing. So get into the website and also read it on the Grapevine this coming 2 days.
Excellent. So if you've got any other questions, press your space bar or what you do.
Norma, you've gone dark. We don't want Rotary to go dark.
I'm dark? Did I go dark? Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to stop the share here. How's that? All right. Okay, so one more thing. I wanted to talk a little bit about Zoom. A lot of people have been worried about the security of using Zoom and so forth. When Zoom first came out and all of a sudden blew up, so to speak, a lot of people, part of it was ignorance. People were just creating their Zoom accounts, and they were basically throwing it everywhere. It says, hey, I've got a Zoom, I'm Zooming, and basically giving people keys to their computer without knowing. Because if they knew what your Zoom code was, and most people were just giving it out freely, then people could come in. And you saw how different people, in our case, I opened it up a little bit more so Dave could share the screen. But what was going on is a lot of people were letting anybody share. And so people were coming in, complete strangers, jumping into meetings like ours, and they were sharing their screen of, shall we say, inappropriate things, anywhere from porn to supremely bad music, stuff like that. So Zoom got a really bad rep on that. Plus, they were, by default, had it open. So if you didn't know what you were doing and you started a Zoom let you do it wrong without overly thinking it. So Zoom has done a lot of updates. They put out another update a little earlier today. One of the other things that they were doing is when you were recording to Zoom's cloud by default, and they did not have a very secure naming structure, and so people could figure it out and see various Zoom recordings of sensitive stuff, including financial documents. People were having business meetings, and that was available on the cloud. I never recorded to the cloud. I record locally. This meeting is recorded locally, and it's actually going to be uploading to our YouTube page, and then I'll make it available to people on Facebook for the future purposes. And that's just the way we're going to do it at the moment. We are secure, unless, Dave, I hope there was nothing on that spreadsheet you showed by accident that could be seen. But other than that, we're fine. If you got any questions on it, the Zoom website is actually a better resource. That's why I didn't create one on how to run the meeting, because they keep changing it and upgrading it. What I did put together with Janet and Kim's help was how to get started with Zoom from an end user perspective. And because I want people to understand it, and I've got a lot of people that are using Zoom to communicate with people that they haven't talked to in years out of boredom. And so now they're seeing people's faces and saying, hey, how you doing? Oh my goodness, you look rough and stuff like that. And so, you know, it's very weird that a lot of people were poo-pooing social media as a way to kill relationships, and now social media is the way to grow and actually strengthen a lot of relationships that people haven't talked to in years because they're bored at their house and they want to reach into each other's homes and see what's going on. So as far as security goes, we're fine. If you got any questions, you can reach out to me directly. My Rotary Club is doing Zoom meetings on a weekly basis, and they will be posted on the district website. I'm not allowing other people to share. I've got the different locks in as needed. We also activated 2 new members in Rotary yesterday through Zoom. So like Dave said, you can don't let the technology go. And you're allowed to be rough. You're allowed to let things, like we were trying to share Dave's screen. People understand that. It's a new technology to a lot of people. I hope everybody heard the Pledge of Allegiance from the kids. Did everybody wave yes? Okay. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. On our first club meeting, everybody said it at the same time, and it sounded horrible. So I just muted it, and then we listened to the kids say it. And so just adapt to what you think works. We've got some people that are mailing checks in. We actually had one member resurrect our PayPal account that we hadn't used in 2 years because of a fundraiser and threw money in it. So, you know, whatever happens to go, and if it's their comfort zone, that's what we need to do. So that's my part. To see how we're doing over there. And who's John French? Hold your space key down. Naples, we're open 7 days per week, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Come on down. We sent that to our group chat in case you missed that down at the bottom with the number 1. Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
That'll be a fine, John.
More to foundation.
Yeah, Kim started it, so anyways, we'll drink to that.
Well, most excellent. Yeah. All right, so let's open this up. Press your space bar and let's chit chat for a few minutes and see what people have to say. Come on.
Okay, I would like to invite anyone who would like to join us that Canandaigua Rotary has a social and cocktail hour on Fridays, every Friday now until further notice at 4:30 p.m. And I will let Tom Brown know the details so that he can post it on the website, on the district website. But feel free to join Canandaigua Rotary for cocktails on Friday afternoons at 4:30.
Okay.
Is that at your house?
It's at your house, honey.
We'll just share time for drinking.
All right. Excellent. I'm going to send a Facebook group here. This is the Rotary Brews group that is about ready to do some sort of beer gathering, and it's one of the official Rotary International groups out there. So there's like 47 of them on a wide variety of topics. So the link is there for those that like our first virtual brew. They're doing a Zoom meeting on April 9th, 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm going to try it. Why not?
John, we got to do this.
Tom and everybody in Brighton, you know, we've been meeting in a senior facility for a number of years with no bar. We've now had 2 Zoom meetings. I will tell you, even Pete Schwartz participated in both of those meetings.
Cool.
But we've enjoyed the fact that for the first time in a while, we've been able to have a cocktail during our meeting. So we're Zooming.
All right.
Excellent. So, Dave, I got a question for you. Do we want to do this district thing on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis? Hold your space bar down.
Yeah, why don't we go bi-weekly?
All right.
That's all right.
We have, can I say something?
Please.
Sure.
I sent an email to PDG Scott, and perhaps he and I can help. We'll talk about corporate membership the next time.
So there's 2 ways, my thought on this. One, we can do an every other week Zoom meeting like this. And then on the other week, we could do more of a webinar training session that is not interactive, but it allows people to at least get some of the DTA stuff that they missed. And so it would be a presentation, kind of a webinar, less than 30 minutes. It has to be less than 30 minutes.
I think it would be nice to have an interactive one, because then if people have few questions about this type of membership, perhaps we can address or share from other people's experiences.
I'm working on a different tool with my church that does have a modified interaction. I don't think I'll have it ready for next week, but probably I will put some sort of webinar together and use it as a test monkey to the district. We'll see.
It's better because then it will give Scott and I some time to prepare.
Okay, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Do we want it at noon or at 6 again?
What's the pleasure of the group?
That is tricky.
6 is better for me.
Let's pick 6 then.
All right. We'll schedule
6 I
something.
vote. Yep, I vote for 6. Okay.
All right, we'll put it at 6, and then the webinar that I'll try, and I don't know when, I'll see if I can schedule something for next week just to test new tools. I'll see if we can get something the following week, but it'll be at least a couple days notice. Look at the spaghetti. You're fading into the trees there, John. That's true camouflage, let me tell you.
I don't cook just brats. Look at that.
Look at that view.
And it's
I'm just
seltzer.
looking at,
Canandaigua Lake.
at the calendar here. April 22nd is the date you're talking about, 6 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Earth Day, ironically.
Whose?
Earth Day.
Oh, Earth Day. Oh yeah, we got to check things. Let's see, Earth Day. All right, so we're on at 6, and I will post a recap and all that other good stuff on the line and the website, and we'll see how things go. So let's see. I'm going to stop the recording right now.
Thanks very much, Tom. Appreciate
Yes,
what
sir.
you've done to put this
Thank you,
together.
Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Hi, guys. Nice seeing you all.